You know the feeling of wishing there were even more games to play? How there never seems to be enough AAA games coming out to keep you busy between eating leftover Halloween candy and waiting for stuffing season to begin. Well, lucky for you, we have a fun and sometimes spooky list of a bunch of indie games to ensure you get melted chocolate all over that controller. Dead Cells blew up when it was released in 2017 and hasn't fallen out of favor in years, thanks to its addicting and fluid gameplay and some incredible DLC like Return to Castlevania. Motion Twin's next game, Windblown, seems to be built off the same twitchy gameplay and crunchy combat as Dead Cells, but this time in a 3D world bursting with color. You can journey into this roguelite with up to 3 friends to dash between islands, slaughter some beasts, and survive boss battles. The best part is it's early access, so you can jump in now. Kind words aren't the first thing I usually think of when I think online gaming. But with an adorable art style and lo-fi city pop in the title, I think this is an online game we could all use in our lives. In Kind Words 2, you wander around a small neighborhood, living a life full of pleasantries and words of encouragement from real-life people. Tell people they have a nice jacket on, confess to people that you're worried about their career, recommend a book. These messages will be passed along to and read by other players. Maybe this is how we should start living our actual lives. Building community through lo-fi beats and vulnerability? What a dream. The first game took place in a cozy bedroom, and now this one's a cozy town. So go live your coziest, lo-fiest life. No objectives, no resource management, no enemies and no health bar? No worries. Build your most idyllic castle cottage oasis in tiny Glade. This is a true sandbox to make your dreams come to life, whether it's on a cliff's edge, in a serene pond, or just petting a sheep. There's a lot of customizing to be had, and you can erase your experiments as you go. Have you ever wondered what a castle in a meadow with 17 chimneys looks like? Well, this is definitely the game for you. You may find out you aren't the best architect, but everything looks good in golden hour lighting, right? It sure is a bummer knowing that only 8% of plastic actually gets recycled, but maybe things would be different if you ran your own recycling empire. I mean, you can't do worse than an 8% success rate. Put to use your knowledge of all those numbers and shapes at the bottom of bottles and sort your own virtual trash with even more attention to detail than you do in real life. Recycling Center Simulator seems to have all the hits for a solid simulator, building machines, perfecting processes, hiring workers, growing your business all while listening to a podcast not included. I'm not sure why Pirates on the High Seas works so well as a turn-based game, but Rogue Water seems to further prove that point. You take control of a drunk captain on an adventure centered on pillaging and vengeance. I don't actually know if the captain is drunk or not, but I know what I'd place my money on. You can recruit new party members, shoot cannons at other ships, and then get into a sword fight on the poop deck. You can even recruit mythical sea creatures to aid you in battle in what seems like a fantastic addition to any party. Imagine if it's Advance Wars, but with a Kraken.
Are ye ready to settle the score?
Will this game make you cry? Who knows, but the trailer sure came close. In Europa, you play as the last human alive while a warm, perennial voice guides you through your journey saving the world. You get to fly through the sky, swim with whales, and solve puzzles. The landscapes are lush and varied, and it looks like traversing them is half the fun. Look, I'm a sucker for any game that makes me feel closer to nature while still sitting on my couch. Plus, it has a snow biome. Ignorance is bliss, so I'm choosing not to think too hard about why so many games take place in the dying world. But I will think about how cute the animated dogs are. Dog, wolf, whatever. Neva is from the same developer as Grease, which is a gorgeous hand-painted game that this seems to be the perfect follow-up to. There's puzzle solving, platforming, and scary shadow beasts. Journey through a decaying world with your best furry friend while soaking up the environments. This is one I look forward to for a long time, but if they harm that dog, I swear I would have guessed by the name that this was a military tactical game, but nope. Echo Point Nova is a first-person shooter where you can grind on walls, launch yourself from Sky Island to Sky Island, and pull off stylish headshots. Everything about it seems designed to get your heart rate up as high as possible, which is why it's nice that you can bring along your friends. It also has open world faves, like a grappling hook and a hoverboard to help you get around quickly in style. This looks like a blast to play with some buddies, and maybe you can even figure out how to play a game of horse with headshots. I don't know, be creative. I expected a game called Dungeon Tycoon to be a bit scarier, more centered around, torture, but this game looks pretty cute and friendly. Don't worry, you'll still build a maze of horrors with traps and monsters, but they're cute traps and monsters. You will attract brave adventurers to attempt runs in your dungeon complete with prizes for those who made it through. This seems like a great option for those who like running virtual shops, but have been craving a bit more torture in their capitalistic empire. Old school RPG with some spooky autumn vibes? What a perfect fit for a fall indie game. Drova Forsaken Kin is an action RPG that takes inspiration from Celtic mythology and puts it all in an open world. You side with a faction, and this seems to shape your playthrough from that point onwards. There are cool spells, combos, and big scary creatures to unleash them on. The developer harps on you being able to shape the world around you via your actions, so be nice to people, or create an absolute hellscape. I don't care, do what makes you happy. And that's it for this month's picks. We'll be curating a list of playable indies each month, so let us know what we forgot, what you're playing from our list, and any games we should be looking out for. Thanks for watching, be nice to each other, and as always, keep it tuned to IGN.